In this video tutorial, we will be discussing the best ways to access your MLS tools and pay invoices online, including your MLS dues and association dues. We'll also be covering some technical tips that will help ensure that you are accessing these tools in the most secure environment possible. Let's discuss some of those technical tools now before we start exploring the dashboard. One is that Chrome is the preferred browser that you should be using when accessing the dashboard and your MLS tools. You can simply download the Chrome browser on your platform or desktop, or whatever you're using, and go into har.realtor. You can see in the URL here that is already populated, and that is the best way to access these tools. I'm going to click on another tab right here. If you are using valleymls.paragonrels.com, stop using that immediately. Again, by going through the dashboard, you are having added layers of security that we've built in so that your data is not compromised, and again, you're accessing everything the way it is intended to through the dashboard. So let's take a look at that. Before we go into the dashboard itself, there's some things I'll point out unique about the Chrome browser. If for whatever reason over time that the login process or functionality of the browser doesn't seem to be working the way it should, there's a unique tool that you can use to get things realigned, and that's called clearing your cache, C-A-C-H-E. So in the Paragon browser, you will see in the upper right-hand corner, there are 3 vertical dots. I'm going to click on that. There is an option in the drop-down menu that says Clear Browsing Data. What I found is the best way is that there are 2 different tabs. There's Basic and Advanced. And what I would want to look at is that in the drop-down there is Time Range, and I want to go All Time. There are 3 features that I would want to select. If you see more boxes checked, just unclick them so that it replicates what you're seeing right here. Browsing history should be checked, download history should be checked, and cached images and files should be checked. I would recommend that you do not select cookies and other site data as well as the other boxes there. So again, under Advanced, All Time, Browsing History, Download History, and Cached Images and Files, and hit Clear Data. That should clear everything up for you pretty quickly. I'm going to go back now, and once I've gone to har.realtor, that's H-A-R.realtor, I want to make sure that my agent ID and password fields are populated, and then click Submit. Once I do that, I want to show you a couple different ways first about how to pay your invoices. Initially, if you are up to par and everything has been paid, there are a couple different ways you can look at paying. In the upper right-hand corner, under Member Services, you can click on Pay MLS Dues. There's also another button to pay HAR Association dues. And one thing I want to point out, if for some reason you got behind, you did not pay your dues, and you have been suspended, the member services options in these boxes are no longer functioning. But if you focus your eyes to the bottom left, there is an account balance. This is where, if you were suspended, you would still be able to pay your invoices and become activated within 20 minutes to 1 hour of actually processing that invoice. As you can see here, I have $150 due. This is going to be for Valley MLS fees, and I could click Pay Now. Right now, I'm in the page where I'm looking at unpaid invoices. I'm looking at this invoice for Valley MLS fees, and let's take a look at this line item for this invoice from left to right. Here's the actual invoice number. I can click on that invoice number to bring me up another page, and if I wanted to print this invoice for my records and for tax purposes or whatever, I can certainly do that. And to go back to processing the payment, I would click on Previous Screen. Now, It's going to show an invoice date, my office, my name, the invoice amount, but really the most important thing is the last box here where it says pay now. I need to check that. Let's go ahead and do that, and then at the bottom of the page I want to select choose payment options. The only option I have to pay this is by credit card. So I'm going to hit credit card, and for obvious security reasons I will not be filling in all of these fields, but you would need to do so in order to start processing the payment effectively. And one thing I will point out at the bottom is that there is a keep on file option. So if you wanted to keep all your card information on file, and you don't have to keep typing this in every time you make a payment, leave it on yes, click submit. You would then have a pop-up page that gives you a confirmation that the Valley MLS fees have been paid. You should also receive a confirmation email in your inbox from the email you have with us on file. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the dashboard. I want to show you something unique when you click on HAR Association, Dues and Invoices. All right, I'm going to click on View Unpaid Invoices. I'm good there. But there would be an option in your lineup if there was an actual invoice that you could click on. Let's go, and there would be an amount where you could actually hit Pay Now, but to the left there would be another option for you to adjust the amount of your RPAC amount. So you have the ability to adjust that as well when you're paying your association dues. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to go back to the dashboard. Again, this is where you should be accessing your MLS tools, including Paragon and other quick links that we provide as member benefits. Remember, this is a single sign-on page through the dashboard. So not only is it the most secure way for you to access all these tools and pay your invoices, but it's the most convenient. You don't have to remember all your usernames and passwords if you're utilizing this dashboard. So again, use har.realtor, that's HAAR.realtor. This will get you to the dashboard that you see now, and this is the most secure and convenient way to access all your tools and pay your invoices. Thank you. We hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, please call the association, and we'd be happy to answer additional questions.